I call to order the Etna Township Board of Trustees special meeting here on Wednesday, November 18th, 2025 at 5 p.m. Roll call, please.
Mr. Evans?
Here.
Mr. Burkholder?
Here.
Ms. McKee is not here yet.
Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Is there a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Second. Any comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Evans?
Yes.
Mr. Burkholder?
Yes. Motion passes. Public comments at this time, 3 minutes per person. Anyone that wants to come up and speak? Hearing none, we'll go to new
He can't
business.
stop me, so I can talk through the meeting. She was looked at me letting me go up there.
Are you going up there?
No, because I'll just speak during the meeting because you can't stop me without the key.
I had no intention of stopping you.
Well, you've tried every other time. Chris, I don't know why it's funny. but-
Somebody to go up there,
That's
anybody would
Well,
be nice.
I guess you're talking after all. So anyway, new business, which is the 2026 budget workshop. I'll now turn it over to Jackie Cotugno, our fiscal officer, and to Chris Kirby, our consultant. And
Well, I'd like to make a comment first before we turn that over.
okay, go ahead.
I'm a little disappointed again, this information was not provided to the public in a timely manner, if at all. We should be transparent, but you guys just want to fight transparency and block information. It's probably why, what's the use of having public comments if they don't have the information to comment on? It's bewildering why you guys just don't care, willfully. Don't provide information. And even to the new trustees-elect, I finally saw the first time that something was forwarded by you guys. I've had to forward since then. Can't we just do what's right? I mean, come on. All right.
If it's on the edge.
And at the last meeting, Ms. Cotugno, you indicated that you were going to give me information. You did not.
What information do you?
What information?
The sheriff's. Remember the sheriff's cost? Again, nothing. I don't know how many times I've had to ask for it and other information. So purposely and willfully keeping information from a board member is not appropriate.
Can I say something?
Yes, you may.
Mr. Evans, there's nobody in this office. Not one person. I am helping in the office to try and get people to get things done. I know what
You should
my
be doing your job. We already have to hire somebody and pay somebody to do your job.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you're out of order,
No, I'm
Mr.
not.
Evans. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
After
You
your
wanna take a vote?
after your tirade today.
Do you want to take a vote?
After your tirade today, we're going to move on and get down to the business of the township. And I do agree that short staff, we absolutely want to get anything and everything we can to our trustee elects. This is a workshop. It will not be the only opportunity that people will have to comment or ask questions
It's on the website.
on the budget. I am now going to turn it over to
When was it
Fiscal
put on
Officer and Mr. You're out of order, Mr. Evans. We're moving
No,
on.
I'm not.
These dilatory tactics are going to stop. I'm not going to continue to respond to you.
You mentioned,
Go ahead, Jackie.
You mentioned
Go ahead,
providing it
Jackie.
to trustee
Go
elects.
ahead.
How
Does
about the
anybody
sitting
have any
trustee?
questions?
You're out of order. If you can't control yourself,
No, I can't.
you're welcome to leave.
No.
Go ahead. Let's get to the budget.
Okay, any questions? Why are you laughing?
So what is the information on the sheriff's cost?
The sheriff costs, I don't have it right on top of my head.
Don't you have access to UAN? I mean, the whole purpose of this is to go through and analyze, not just a rubber stamp and say, yeah, because most of the stuff has not been followed.
We're not going to rubber stamp it tonight. This is a work session. This is comments.
No, this should have been done back in June.
What should have been
But again,
back
we're
in
almost
June?
in December.
We've had this done since like what, August, September?
Oh, yeah.
And you kept it from the public
No, October.
since then?
October.
October, we've been working on it. We went the whole year.
And then October.
You want to go through this line by line and give us an overview?
You're talking about the spreadsheet, right? This,
Well, I'm starting at the balance sheet and receipts as well.
so there is a UAN financial worksheet budget, 3-year budget that tells you what is budgeted for 2026 currently, and then also estimated for 27 and 28. And it covers all the funds that has money coming in, including the JEDs, which is being the general fund. And it has revenue, which I think is one of the things that Mr. Evans requested on last year's budget, which we made sure was on there this year. And also the expenditures and anything else, the transfers that went out of the general fund into which fund it went to. Again, that's a worksheet that we did, and it corresponds with the Excel spreadsheet. I know they're hard to read because everything's so small.
That's a question on the revenue miscellaneous. It's $4,012,000 current year. Is that the park funds that came in for the easement?
Yeah.
Then it goes down in 26 to 67,000, and then it jumps back to 4,067,000, and then the next 67,000.
I take that for me,
So why in 2020, are we expecting another 4 million, or what's the, I never like kind of miscellaneous without kind of a breakout shown, especially that large of a figure. So is 2027 incorrect?
Okay, I'm sorry, I could not hear the fund use. I'm sorry, I could not hear the fund.
2025 current shows 4,012,000.
No, is it, which fund? Is it general fund or?
The miscellaneous revenue. Last line of revenue.
Oh, in the general fund, okay.
But,
Yeah,
and then 2027 has
right.
4,067,000 when the year prior and the year after 67,000.
I don't know.
That's a good question. I'll have to take a look at that. I'll have to take a look at that, and I can't answer you.
But, and this is what makes me concerned is Ms. Cotugno should be able to answer these questions, and she cannot.
Mr. Evans, we worked hard on this together, okay? I think we just forgot to take out the $4 million for 27 while we were working on this. Okay, why isn't this pulling out?
But it wasn't in 26, and this is a
Well, yeah.
part of the concern of
This is why you get the budget.
things not adding up, and that's why there should be, and I requested before, breakouts, and I even asked for access to the UAN, read-only, denied, so that you can look into these funds and see, because there's been, last time we were doing the budget, you had 100 and some thousand for the road expenses when we had one contract for 630,000. That's my concern, that there's no real review or accuracy in any of this. And apparently I'm the only one that's reviewing it and catching it.
So I think that's the only place that we screwed up.
Then I did have another question on the intergovernmental, on revenue, still page 1. intergovernmental property tax allocation. Why we're swinging from 823 to 327,024, zero in current, 100,000, like, why are we, are things not coming in? Or are they
No,
being
you put it into
categorized
the wrong
differently?
fund in the prior years.
Yeah, you're right. It was put in the wrong fund in the prior years. Property tax allocation is the rollback money you get from your property tax,
But why is there zero for this year?
because that's what it should, well, again.
But you have for this
Right.
succeeding years, 103,000.
Right.
Yeah, but it was in the wrong account.
It was,
Prior years was in the wrong
But
account.
so we didn't get any in 25?
It doesn't go into that account.
But then why is there money for the successive years? For 26, 27, 28? If you're saying it should be zero balance,
right. What we're looking at is trying to balance, since it's already been received in the real estate tax this year, we probably need to move it down and reallocate that from here and put it into the property tax allocation, because that is the rollback tax money that you get from the state.
right, but I'm saying for last year in 24, it was 327,000.
Right.
Are you saying that was properly categorized?
No, it was not.
But I thought we went through and recategorized everything and
Not from
restated.
Not from
Okay.
24.
Not in
But
prior-
then, but you're saying then, this is what I can't wrap my head around, in 25, current, it should be zero because it's elsewhere, but then why in the projected budget for next year and the 2 years following, is it 100,000, 103, 106, if that's not where it should be? It does make sense where there's zero, and then you have,
Huh?
Here's the thing, this year it was put into the real estate tax. We need to reallocate that out of real estate tax this year, before the year's out, put it there. And then you're gonna have about 100,000 starting next year. And here's the reason for that, is again, state rollback, the rollback tax the state gives to either the township or the village is different than real estate tax, even though it's collected by the county, or not collected in this case, because it's
so that's not the general fund
it's still
property tax, that's the rollback?
Yeah, that's the rollback. Yeah, you've got about 100,000, we gotta take out the real estate tax and put it down into the property tax allocation for this year. It's still gonna equal the same amount of money, no matter how you look at it.
I thought we already did.
We did. I'm pretty sure we've already done that too. We went in and found those receipts and did that, redid that.
Because I didn't post that until you and I talked about it.
Okay.
Okay.
Again, I'm just concerned that it wasn't, and again, just cursory review, when you have funds, zero, funds, it kind of draws your attention, it just,
Yeah, but this is one of those things where it's a check and balance system. This allows us to review it also, and we found that issue, so we've already fixed it.
but I honestly almost feel like I've got to question each and every number and see what's behind.
Whatever.
It's not whatever.
You can
We
question each and every number if you'd like, Ms.
We should
Travis.
be able to rely on numbers provided, but we haven't been able to, and that's my concern of asking anything. Like in other revenue, underneath property tax allocation, went from 5,500 to 1.6 million to 600,000 to 3 to 3 to 3.
That was one of those things that we can't discuss because it hasn't been finalized.
We can discuss what those amounts are.
Is it coming?
Right, but that's part of the audit, right?
Correct. That
So,
was
so
part
the
of the
prior, so
audit.
24 and 25 were incorrect.
23 and 24, and the beginning of 24 was wrong. Okay, so we had our audit for 23, 24. We had to make adjustments on that in 23 and 24.
So 20, okay.
And that happened this year at 25. That's why that number looks different.
We did all the adjustments we had to for 23 in the beginning of 24. I wasn't here.
Gary,
Yes,
can I ask why there had to be adjustments?
could you speak up so we
Can I
can?
ask
Do-
why there had to be adjustments?
Sure.
If they want to participate, can they sit up
Yes.
here with the microphones? And I have no problem.
Well, have them go ahead. Do we have the hand
Well, no, they
mic?
could just-
They
sit.
can sit up.
Why not just sit up here with the microphones
You
and,
got a question? Yeah,
Come on up here.
That's the only question I have.
About the
Why was
adjustment.
there adjustments? From the audit. Because they missed,
Things were previously categorized. Good question. Do you have anything,
In this case.
Rachel, at this time? If you do, just let us know.
Thank you.
and the intergovernmental distribution, are those the JEDZs?
No, those are up in the property and other local taxes. That's the one right now for 2025 says 343,300, and then 26,998, 998,000. And we've got most of that information in paper, just not the JEDZs yet.
we got the JED budget on Friday.
Right.
We did, excuse me.
So
We did not get the JEDZ's budget for 2026 yet. I will send Mark Motter a message to see if he can get me one.
Right. And those numbers will get plugged in then on the 20th.
Right, we just,
So that's considered, JED and JEDZ revenues considered other
Yes.
local
Yes.
taxes?
Yes.
And again, why is 2024 zero?
because it was put
We didn't receive zero in 2024.
other local taxes, 0.
I mean, it goes from 1.6
I-
million, just Amazon alone used to be 1.2, went to 1.1. I think it's now around 800,000, but that's just one part. For Kirk,
In 2024, they've received it to another fund for some reason.
Yeah, was that put under personal property, real estate tax?
It was actually
inadvertently?
under other, intergovernmental other is where it was received at,
Okay,
instead of where it should have been up there at the other local taxes.
yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Go ahead, laugh.
I mean, no,
I'm following what they did in 24. We're
no,
fixing
well,
it in
no, well, you're
25.
supposed to do what's required. The accounting is pretty simple to do.
Yes, it is pretty simple.
But it's not being done, and you can't
Oh,
compare
well.
years of putting one here, one here, one here, we're gonna switch
Well, we
here.
had to fix it.
Yeah, we had to fix
In
it.
23 and 24, you cannot go back and fix that. That's a done deal.
That's a good.
But you're doing it in current.
You can do
You've
it.
got
Correct.
656,000.
We're
in-
fixing the mistakes from 23 and 24.
But you've been working on this since October, you said, like, I just don't understand
What don't you understand?
why it's not fixed now. If you realize it was, you fix it.
We fixed it.
You cannot fix 23 and 24.
I talked about 25.
25,
We fixed it.
It's not fixed.
It is fixed.
Why is it?
you don't see $1.658 million in the current 2025, do you? You see 656,000, what was projected. And under the other, you got 343,300.
Right, so you're splitting them this year. Next year, you're putting them where you said it should be and going forward.
This year, we put them where they were supposed to be, yes.
Then why is there 656 in the property,
Other.
in the,
I'd have to look at the receipts. Because you notice it goes down to 3,000 after
Next
this. Yeah.
right, that's what I'm saying, but you said you fixed it this year, but it's not. So if you fixed it and it's where it should be, then next year should have a similar or,
Right, we're still in the process of fixing it because it was already in the receipt. You're making a mountain out of a molehill here.
No, I'm trying
Yes,
to,
you are.
I'm trying to analyze the
You're-
the various years.
Right.
You
Right.
create a budget
So if at the
based on
beginning of this year.
the prior years.
Wait. Let him talk, please.
Beginning of this year, when it was received, the first part of the judge was received, it was put into the other fund, okay? We have to then go back now and put it back up to the top of local, and it's already been done. And again, it's because we followed what was in 23 and 24 until we found out through the audit, which was in September, what we had to fix. All right? This would not have happened if 23 and 24 was done correctly. And who did that? I don't know. I don't care. We got to go from here and go forward.
Yep.
Well, it's kind of hard to analyze your budget, especially if you're not calling out this information that these two combined sums.
Again, why are you going to the back? Go from right now and go forward. Forget the past.
Yeah, we did note that at a previous meeting that there had been some miscategorizing of funds in certain areas, and that the value of having these sessions and having you, Mr. Kirby, was that we had some cleanup work to do.
Yeah.
And we continue to refine and improve as we go forward. It's not uncommon, particularly when you have turnover at the fiscal officer position. It's not as, UAN is not as easy as some may think it is. And things are always changing as well. So that was part of the cleanup work. Go ahead.
Do you have any questions, Rachel or John?
I mean, I've got a question. Our earnings on investments, with the $4 million coming in and sitting there, wouldn't those project to increase?
We just got the $4 million and we just put it into Star Bank the other day. Like the last,
Right, but for 26, 27, 28?
we didn't have that money when we did this.
But yes, it will. It will increase the investments.
We have to see what the first month does. We should have.
Well, I mean, it's kind of easy to, the percentage rate, fund balance, you can kind of estimate what yearly is gonna,
Yeah.
it's fixed.
You'll make about an extra $2,000 a month.
No,
On the 4 million?
Well, that's
15,000.
That's 1 million, sorry. You'll be about 8,000 to
I was
10,000.
gonna say, it's not too.
Now, and remember, the interest rates are going down.
We're at 4.3.
4.3, good.
I put it in.
And I believe that's fixed, isn't it?
Yes,
Good.
but that's in Star.
No, that varies. You're talking, it's in the STAR account, correct?
That varies.
STAR account, so that is a variable.
Yeah, but it's still better than the
Yes.
one.
Park would have been,
1.15
Park would have been,
to-
fixed at 4.25. That's what we got for leaving that money there.
So that should be 2. So the total revenue for 27 is not 6.3 million, it's 2.3 million.
Where's he at?
What number? Where are you?
I'm on total revenue on the first page because of the 4 million. I'm trying to go to the total. So the carryover,
Why are you worried about?
would the fund balance on 1/1 for 2028 then be less 4 million?
Yes.
Yes.
So that would be 2 million?
Two
So
point-
we're going from 5 to 6, 4 to 2,
Yeah.
2.23,
205.
2.05. This one says negative.
Yeah, and by 2028, we're going to have to adjust 2028 because you don't want to go in the negative, which is where you'd be.
I was gonna say 2028, it's at 2 million now, you reduce that, you're negative 2 million.
Well, 179,000 actually. 171,000. I'm looking at the screen where I fixed it over here. So we'll have to go in and adjust 28's budget to make sure it's not in the negative.
Well, if you remove 4 million in revenue in 27, and that carries over to 28, and you only had, okay, no, the total revenue would stay the same. Or wait, no, because that's adding the carryover.
Okay, we gotta still add the interest in for 26 and 27, 28 too, which will offset some of that.
So, total expenditures. Okay, so I see in 2028, the unencumbered balance on 12/31 is projected at 3.8 million, so you do the 4 million,
Yeah, you'd be 171,000.
171,000.
But that doesn't include adding the interest either, which will be well over the 171,000 by then. Which will be tax corrected also.
I mean, that'll be,
So,
but maybe to zero or just over. But again, with these expenditures and stuff, drawing down from 6.4 million current to 4 to 2.2, because that's incorrect at the end,
well,
to zero.
It's 382,000 at the end,
yeah, after you add the interest in,
180,000,
there'd be $382,000 to the plus.
362.
Going from 6 million carryover.
About 3 million, 3 million that year.
And this is why I state of the particulars of what the actual sheriff contracts cost. Because again, with the sheriff's contract, Violet Township as a limited home rule township pays total $127,000 for all their sheriff coverage. We're getting that for free, the base, but we're gonna spend $500,000.
How many deputies do they add in addition to their?
They also have a substation.
I just said for their base coverage, so that's what we should be getting on our base, but then we're adding, but I can't get solid numbers on anything. I've asked for
We
years.
spent $435,939 on the sheriffs. Okay, that includes
Right, but I've asked for the breakout of what's
That includes what?
what the fuel is, what the cars are, what
the
the.
car for Maverick Motor is
Do
$11,932.20.
you have a report that, I mean, just
Not yet.
throwing out numbers is a little hard to deal with.
Mr. Evans,
No, this is the proper,
okay,
I mean, there's no way to go through a budget
well,
without
I can tell you the
accurate,
gas,
proper
the gas was $12,212.38 because she sent it separately this past month.
Right, but in their accounting system, it should be categorized through that expense, and you could break it down to what it is.
You're talking about the invoice from them? Is that what you're talking about?
You want it
They
broken
invoice,
down,
yeah, we should be tracking what the,
he wants it tracked in UAN.
oh, you're not tracking it in the UAN of what the vehicle costs are, what the repair costs are?
I have what the repair
fuel is
costs
and
are
what the labor.
and what the sheriff costs
You got the labor and you got the vehicle.
in sheriff.
So we're not tracking what vehicles are costing us? No, you're combining.
Your fuel is
Separate.
one, separate, and then your maintenance of the vehicles is separate, and then you get the labor and benefits, which is separate.
But we have the purchase of the vehicles too.
Yeah, but they're not in here, we purchased them a few years ago.
But we have the history, and they need to be replaced, so that, I just don't understand the lack of understanding that to build a budget, you do have to look at what you've been spending. And I've been pushing for this again for years of, are these extra deputies worth it? Are we getting, I really think that the base is not being provided anymore, and we're supplementing the county budget with that. But again, can't get any real
So
information.
you want to get rid of the sheriffs in the township?
I think it needs to be reviewed. We've got 4, correct?
Right.
Or is it
Correct.
down to 3?
Correct, we're for.
4.
We've
4.
got
4
4.
extra deputies, but are we getting that base coverage? And again, that's quite an expense, but we don't have the expense. And my concern again is we're a $12 million entity and we're not tracking simple things.
Well, how do you determine base coverage when you have a county that is this large and that base coverage travels over the entire county?
Right, and we are I believe the highest area
Right.
of use, so it would be pretty simple to see where the majority of the deputies are.
I see what you're
Now,
saying.
as a resident, I had the idea of at night, there's 20 deputies roaming around. There might be 3 or 4 for the entire county.
Yeah.
But again, I just want to make sure if we're spending $500,000 that we're getting our money's worth for it. I'm not saying that we should get rid of it. We should analyze it. That's a lot of money. If it were $5, I'd say, yeah, whatever, $5. But again, I can't get just the simple information. We should be able to break it out. I don't know why. It's not tracked of, you can't analyze anything if you just put it all together. Just like the road crew before, all their salary was coming out of just the roads, not how much time's in the park, how much time in the cemetery, so we can actually evaluate our
That's how it's
personnel
been.
needs.
And again, that was reviewed during the audit, post-audit.
Right, I brought that up long when I came in, I'm like, you can't do that. They were splitting one guy with the zoning and that even. But again, it's not hard to, when you input it, you just put it in a different sub-account, and reports are great to analyze and make decisions on. But when you glop everything together, you can't. I mean, Mr. Burkholder, do you have any questions? It seems like I'm the only one that reviewed this and has any questions.
Choose it from food.
Well, did we account for the reimbursements that we're gonna get in 2026 on the park and also on Pike Street? Like the 824,000 that will be, it's on a reimbursement basis though, so.
Yeah,
Right, when we get it, we will change it.
Yeah, because it's only, until you get it, you really can't input
Right.
that to your budget, yeah. But I mean, you can remember and you can document, and to be honest with you, I have a chart that says, hey, this is what we expect, but yeah, that's not all you can do, because you can't budget something you don't know if you're gonna get all of it or not.
Well, on that, the NCA has approved and pledged, I think, on
They
one of
have
them,
pledged on a reimbursement.
on a reimbursement, 225,000. So that's
Yeah.
expected.
Well, it's actually 260.
Or whatever, is
Not-
expected in, so that should be the expected revenue and the expenses, so we can prepare, because I'm sure the expenses are in there, so why isn't that in there? It shouldn't be kept off books, that's what was happening with the COVID funds, and this is supposed to give us a projection of all the revenues. I mean, even the past, 2 boards passed, I had a $2 million loan for the park, they never, I don't think, planned on taking, but that was in there years and years.
That is correct. That was put in as anticipated revenue, correct?
Right, well, to get them over the 10 million and to bump up the salary, but, no, but I don't understand the thinking of that the board requested it, resolution, NCA passed it. Why wouldn't, if something changed where, say the park wasn't done and then you amend the budget, but right now we're expecting 260, whatever it is from the NCA, so why isn't that in there?
What was the total cost you anticipated on High Point?
700,000?
Yeah, I think so. So that's in the budget. So to Mr. Evans's point, wouldn't we have the reimbursement values in there as well?
The $75,000 grant, right, from
Well, 79,000 plus the
We
one.
haven't-
79 plus the 133 from the state.
150, well, actually,
Are those in here?
147
Are
is the
those in here?
administrative fee.
They're revenue. They're
They're
expected.
not revenue, they're not,
They're expected. We're expecting the Jet Z. They're not revenue yet too, but they're in here.
I guess that's our question.
projections.
Can those be placed in? Would that be appropriate to have those placed in? Because we're anticipating JEDSI revenue.
Yeah, but what happens if it doesn't come?
What doesn't
Then you
come?
amend it.
What doesn't come? Well, you have to amend your budget, but
You have
those,
to amend it either way.
You have to
Yeah.
amend it either, yeah.
Yeah, but
If it comes or
we're
not.
going towards what's projected, and we're projecting that. There's enough legislation that it's happening.
He wants it in there.
So, but I don't understand, like, again, that makes me question what else is missing.
Everything.
I mean, we didn't buy toilet paper for next year yet.
We got plenty of
It's,
toilet paper.
it's ridiculous.
I think we ought to make a list of these questions, you know, why wouldn't we? It's like a grant, well, for example, the OPWC, any of those revenues or loan stuff isn't in there because it hasn't been granted yet. But to the point that's being made is, these are things that have passed by legislation by those bodies that they've made those commitments. Now, if it falls through, I agree, then we have to, but from a planning standpoint, to your point, I think we would have a little better feeling, particularly when looking at a possibility of, are we gonna trim anything, or are we gonna be able to cover these costs?
Well, and especially when we're looking at an ending carryover in 28 at zero. Like, that still concerns me of what's happening between those 3 years.
Right here?
What's included, what's not included. And again, the budget isn't just a one-time deal. It should be amended several times throughout the years. Things change as revenue from JEDs drop, as they increase, because that not only affects planning, but it affects officer salary, official salaries. And honestly, this is why I've requested read-only access. Nobody can do anything with read-only access of the UAN, and I can dig in there and find the stuff.
But you don't need to fix it. You need to bring it to the.
No, but I can
You
learn
can't
about it.
The
I've
only
got an
one-
account.
Read, but I don't care about you.
No, but they block me from having read-only access.
How are you gonna
And I
have
can't
read-only
get-
access?
I can't,
Huh?
what? You can provide read-only access to UAN.
Only if you have my computer.
No.
He'd have to have UAN on another.
We went through this before with the last fiscal officer that was blocked from providing read-only access. It's not difficult, and I've got an accounting background. I've dealt with this stuff before. It's not that difficult, but you need the numbers. You need to see what's in there. You go into the accounts. Why is this categorized in there?
So if you could read only access, you just have it, I guess. I mean, you got.
I would have gone through and said, go into that account. Why is this in here? Why is that? But there needs to be control in this township. Keep all the information away from Mark.
No.
I still don't have the DR Horton, the zoning stuff. I don't, everything's,
Well,
locks
I
have been
know-
placed on things to keep me.
I know you,
Files
I
hidden.
know you wanted the digital copy, but we offered to give you the
No, that
material
wasn't.
copy, and you threw it down on the desk at the previous meeting.
That wasn't
so,
DR Horton. You said that you didn't have
Oh,
it,
well, yeah, the total review is.
but
not
I still
done.
don't have that.
We don't have, well, then,
I don't have the zoning.
request it and.
I
we
have
to-
requested, and Ted Walker
Okay,
refuses.
are we talking
But back on
fiscal or
this.
are we talking DH Horton?
We're talking fiscal.
Thank God. I know.
I mean, I've got questions about every number.
Okay, ask questions about every number, Mr.
I'd like to see if Mr. Burkholder has any questions.
I had some questions.
Go ahead.
No, you seem to be taking the
No,
lead
go
on
ahead.
this,
No,
so go right.
I wanna
We're not
see-
gonna play games, Mr. Evans.
I
You
wanna-
either have a
We
question
got
or you
20
don't.
minutes left until
I
we
want to
start
see
a new one.
you enlighten
No,
us.
you're not going to beat up on me like you did 2 hours ago.
He beat
Not
up
gonna
on
tolerate
every
it.
single person,
Every single
13 of us.
person. It's disgraceful. It's
It's sad.
absolutely disgraceful.
Why did you not come with any of this. $4 million. $4
$4 million what?
in 27. That wasn't obvious to you?
We fixed it, Mr. Evans, it was a mistake.
No. I'm
People
talking
are not
about his
perfect.
You
review.
mean as far as the fund balance?
No, you said you had
No.
questions. Go ahead.
It was in that park grant that, we put $4 million in by mistake. It was only you got $4 million this year,
Right.
and we put it both years, so we fixed that.
Yeah, you added it as an extra 4 million, right?
We fixed it. We also put in the interest that we should be getting on Star Ohio,
Mhm.
Which should be about,
15,000 a month. That's what we get on the other 4 million.
$405,000.
The other $4 million in Star
Right.
is like $15,000 a month.
yeah,
It's $15,500 to $800 a month.
right, and that will go back into that,
That park account,
right.
and only that park.
Now, will that be broken out as interest earned on that particular?
Yes, we will
Yeah.
make 2 accounts for that interest only.
Right.
What?
But that'll show us the interest within that park account.
Yeah.
Correct.
So we'll show what we're earning specifically. There'll be 2 line items, the principal and then what the interest is earned.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I still have a question about
Well-
income, but if we go to expenditures.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
I mean, because you said you're gonna get $4 million this year, but wasn't there another year you was gonna get money too? On another payment from that company, wasn't it?
No,
No, we're supposed to get
only if they put another
Another
line
line.
through there is it 4 million. So,
I think that's what I got confused with right there, because I just remembered because of.
That is correct.
but that
that's
doesn't make
right.
sense why it'd be in 27, not 26 or 20.
Well, that's because we
Well,
was projecting it in 27.
They were
That's why.
projecting it.
But again, that
27.
raises concerns with me of what's being put in there of,
That's why we have a budget session. The other thing is that it's a
Why are we worried
possibility.
about 27 though?
Well, there's another thing budget-wise that has not been approved yet, and that is our request for reimbursement from the JEDSI 2 fund for the Refugee Road
Which is $2
expenditures.
million.
That's what we requested.
And we do not have the final, what our final payment, well, we had an amortization schedule, and I think it was around 88,000 we paid, and we're requesting reimbursement on that. But that number's gonna change based on the fact that Refugee Road came in less than was anticipated.
It was 8 million,
So-
now it's 5 million.
Well, it was about 7, 3.5 apiece, but that's what. Now, I talked to Bill Lozier today, and he's gonna check on that to see, because apparently they just got final numbers on, which is another example of a project takes a long time even to get closed out. So we probably haven't included that, but that's something, if we do get it, then we'll have to amend the budget. And that's twice a year, those payments. But over time,
That's the 188,000 we were
right,
talking about.
right.
Which come down to 88,000 when we paid it.
Yeah, we only paid half. Our first payment was in August for a half year, and now we'll have 2 payments here in 2026. But I think they'll be less than what previously was anticipated on a half-year payment.
and then one other question on the JED and JED Z revenues. The current year is about $1 million, you have it at, and then about $1 million. You expect it to be flat, or 2 years ago was 1.6 million? Last
That's
year,
Well, we don't really have the projections for 27 and 28, so we figured it would be flat until projects are all closed up.
but what I'm saying is 23, 1.6 million, 24, 1.6 million. Current, you have $1 million, next year, million. Are we really having a drop of 600,000
That was where we
in
changed.
that account? No, I'm combining the 2 totals.
We have the JED, you have the JED budget for the JED 1 through 7. It is in that packet, okay?
No, but you're saying for current year, the budget that we passed had only 1 million combined for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Because all the JEDs is only about 480,000, and the JED Zs we're still waiting on, we're figuring it'd be about the same, about that same amount.
But the 2 prior years were 1.6 million.
You're right.
So
But
we
again,
dropped
we're-
600,000 in that
Yeah,
projection?
that's
JED
that's what they
2.
gave us, yeah.
JED 2 had a, wasn't JED 2?
Jet 2 had a refund, but it
Refund.
also had a
So
drop
they're not,
momentarily because of Ashley moving out and Uline coming in.
and I don't think it's up and running all the way to get all the money for the whole,
Right, but what I'm saying is, what was used for the projection, I just don't see it dropping 600,000, even with the refund that had to be done. That was 1 year, but then the next year would be back up. Did revenue really go from 1.6 million to 1 million? And if so, if it's going down, it's not gonna keep going down, it's just gonna plateau out? It just seems like the numbers were just thrown in there without any real thought to it.
we did have stuff.
Well, the revenues on that will be down, because it's not nearly the employment that was originally anticipated, so.
No, but we're going by 23 and 24 are actuals.
Right.
So it was 1.6, close to 1.7 million each year.
Mhm.
And it's at $1 million now. I just don't see, and the refund was in 24, wasn't it?
No, I think it was the beginning of 25.
But again, that would be 1 year of the 200 and whatever thousand.
But we only got $1 million this year. That's it.
And we're not expecting any other quarterly payment. So we got the fourth quarter from last year, first, second, and third quarter.
That's it.
So the revenues are that much down.
And that's combining all
So-
the JEDs and JEDZs?
The JEDs and the JEDZs, yes.
What'd we get from Amazon through for
Which ones?
fourth quarter plus 3 quarters? We've got the third quarter distribution, correct or not?
We don't get fourth quarter till like February.
Next year.
Next year.
That's what I was saying for
Well,
25.
you got the
was
third
fourth,
quarter.
1, 2, and 3.
Right.
So if
I
you
meant third quarter. You've got the third quarter already through September.
so if you back in that refund to show what actual revenues were, you'd be about 1.2 million. So we want 1.6, 1.2. So you're saying we're going to go down to 1 million?
Possibly, yes.
Well, you had said that there was a 400,000 from 1.2 to 800,000 on Amazon.
Each year was reducing by 100,000, 1.2
They're laying
million.
off people. Amazon is.
Oh, yeah. And they're looking to automate and they're looking, and that's why,
Okay, which JED is Amazon's?
JEDZ2. JEDZ2.
Well, we don't have that information for this year yet.
No. But we can compare third quarter. Of course, fourth quarter is a little different than with the holidays and everything, but it'd be interesting to compare third quarter revenues to third quarter revenues in the previous year.
and I mean, the JED and the JED Z board should be projecting,
They do.
have budgets.
They
I
do.
don't have the budgets for the JEDZ1 and the JEDZ2. I gotta talk to Mark Meyer. So I'll call Mark tomorrow and see if he can send me the 2 budgets.
I don't know if they presented those at their
They did not. I don't think
November
so.
meeting or not. They normally get those worked up.
And that's where having the information provided to the board, not just the judge, I mean, if they have a projection, whether it could be a draft, so we can, because really, again, this should have been started earlier, so just having that information, and again, they shouldn't even wait till the end of the year for,
I just got the JEDs on Friday. And Roz is running late. She just sent me a text to let you know.
some information just isn't here yet.
I mean, we're almost in December.
We can't help what they do in the Jersey.
No, but what you can do is analyze what you've gotten and see the trends.
what we do.
Compared to the prior years. But that's what I'm saying, you have 1 million for this year.
That's all
1
we
million,
got.
1 million, 1 million. To me, there's trends either, Uline's getting busier in that, so the trend will be up. It just seems like numbers are just thrown, this year we did this, having a 3-year
Why are we
budget is
doing a
meaningless
3-year
unless you actually analyze it.
I hate 3 years.
2026 is the budget we gotta keep on. All right, we can fix 27, 28 when we get the realities of 25.
But you can't spend if you're trying to plan on, we have a park that the 2 options right now are 17 and 73 plus
We
million.
also have a bunch of roads to do.
We've got a lot of stuff, and you can't just say, okay, next year we're gonna spend this and not think of what you have coming up.
Well, Mr. Evans, that's why I made the public statement, and I'll make it numerous times. I'll make it every single day if I have to. The large park is a multi-year, multi-million-dollar project. You've quoted the numbers, I believe, correctly. And I only say that so the public realizes we just don't go out tomorrow and spend $4 million on the park. It is a step-by-step, multi-phase thing. I agree, if these JED and JED-Z revenues are declining, then I'm in complete agreement. We've got to track that and everything. But let me just finish here. With the lack of staff that we've had here, our fiscal officer and everyone, well, you can say that, you never come in.
Right.
But there is a tremendous,
I do more work in my home office than you do here, please.
on Facebook,
Oh,
Yeah.
on
Yeah, okay.
Facebook.
Do your duty, not answer the phone, we could hire people for that. We
We can't
hired
hire-
someone to do your job.
we can't
Do
hire
your job.
anybody because we bash them.
Come January 1, we'll have a better chance of hiring individuals because
Yeah.
the environment in this
Maybe
township,
girlfriends.
this environment in the township will change.
Yeah.
Back to you, Mr. Kirby and
Don't worry about it.
Ms. Cotugno. Anything, do you have anything else, Mr.
Well,
Evans?
I've got a lot, but we don't have the time, and I don't have the information, and I don't have the access, and it's obvious there's been no review of this by anybody else, any serious review, because like I said, just looking at it, the 4 million pops, the zeros popped, you can't rely on
We're
any.
not worried about 27, 28 at this point. I mean.
I am when you're showing a 0 carryover in 28, because what you do
We
now
have to get
is.
26's budget approved so we can pay our employees January 1st.
But do
It doesn't-
we need to tighten our belt? Can we
No, we
spend
don't
this? We're spending $700,000 now on a park refresh.
Well, I understand that.
When we're showing a 0 carryover in 3 years.
And we're also
That's
getting-
fiscally irresponsible.
We're also getting, well, you can make all the political statements you want.
No, it's reality.
Well, let's get honest on the budget. You voted for every single resolution to go for that grant money and for the NCA money, and that's $490,000. You voted for every single resolution, sir.
You controlled every.
You
that was
voted for every
Okay,
single
time out,
resolution.
time out. Okay, stop. You two need to stop.
No, you go ahead. You have the floor.
Thank you. Do we want to hold another meeting before we approve
Absolutely.
Okay. He cannot do the 2nd.
Okay.
So we'd have to do a special meeting, so we'd have to see when everybody could get together.
So let's compile all the questions and comments, make the necessary corrections. That gives us all time. It also gives our new trustee-elects times to look at this,
And ask
to have their
also.
questions, to have their input, and that gets us all better prepared for the 2026 year.
What are they looking at? Incorrect information.
Mr. Evans.
This is, can
Mr.
you
Evans.
provide, no, you listen
Listen.
to me that,
I don't have to listen to you.
Yeah.
how about do your job and
How
provide
about
the
you do your
information I
job
asked?
and stop hassling people?
No, it's called accountability.
No, it's not, Mark.
No,
Nobody's had to hire someone to do my job.
Because you don't do nothing.
You would rather answer the phones than do your duties.
I don't answer the phones hardly.
Really? Okay.
I'll
I
make,
hardly
How about hardly
I'll make,
correct numbers?
I'll make a motion to
Please.
adjourn. Is there a second?
Are you seconding the adjournment?
Or are you gonna continue to hassle
Yeah.
people? Which
This
is
is
it gonna
not
be,
very
Mr.
nice,
Evans?
Mr. Evans.
Which is it
How
gonna
about do
be?
your duty?
I'm
Mr.
sorry,
Evans, I'm doing my
Yeah,
duty.
no, you're not.
I'm sorry,
Okay, I'm not.
I'm sorry you're disappointed about the election.
No,
but it's
no,
over.
I get my life back.
It's over.
Believe me.
Thank God.
But this is the mess I've been trying to fix for
We're fixing the mess
years.
from 23 and 24.
Look at the mess in there.
Yes, and I cleaned it.
Instead of doing your job,
I
you're
did-
cleaning.
Mr. Evans, I put in 60 hours here, so you need to stop. Thank God.
There was no vote, so you have to vote.
Doesn't matter,
So,
we're standing adjourned because I'm not gonna tolerate your abusive behavior
right.
anymore, sir.
So our fiscal officer
I'm not gonna tolerate
cleaning
your
and
abusive behavior
answering the phone instead of
I'm not
doing
gonna
her
tolerate
duty.
your abusive
Mr.
behavior
Evans,
anymore.
You're
I'm
one and the
doing
same.
my
I don't have to
duty.
listen
You're
to
one
you.
and the
I don't
same.
have to listen. to
You're
you.
incompetent.
We're all incompetent according to you.
You are.
Please, Mr. God.
You are.
Who do you think you are?
Answer the
God?
phone and clean.
I do all kinds of stuff. I stay up late at night. and
That's why we gotta hire someone to do your job.
He's helping me with the budget.
You can't do a simple one-year budget.
If you would have done this in 23 and 24 and hired somebody, you would have had to have me this year.
Thank you.
We had you last year, and it's not fixed this year.
23 and 24.
Mr. Evans.
Chris,
You screwed up, buddy.
See what you do?
no.
No professional.
It's called holding people accountable.
And you should be held accountable.
This was a waste of time today.
That's your
Yes, you were.
behavior.
$4 million error.
Where's a $4 million error? On the 27th, we haven't approved it. That's what we're doing here, Mr. Evans. You need to learn
Fixing
not-
your
Oh my
mistakes.
God, we made a mistake. Why don't you think about it? Instead of hassling and degrading people.
No, how about
How about agree to disagree?
instead of
Stop.
cleaning and answering the phone and
How
not
about if
paying
we help you?
employees?
Why don't you go in there and help clean?
Sit down.
No, you,
Mr. Evans, why don't you come in and help clean it up that you guys messed it up?
why don't you
Why
provide
don't
me
you
the
leave me
access,
alone?
read only, so I can fix your mistakes?
You can't fix my mistakes.
I can't tell you all your mistakes by
Go ahead.
reviewing it. Give me access.
You can't have
Stop hiding
access.
information in files.
You don't need it now.
Yeah. All that mess back there. There's the architect. He just left.
Who left?
This is a joke.
Well, it is a joke.
Maybe Carlisle can hire his girlfriend and she can help you.
You know what? Maybe you should be a little nicer to people. You know, have you thought about that? It's all shit. Yeah.
We don't need this shit. What the I was looking at online is a lot of it, so.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh. These drop. Like, what's
He's
going
telling us we're all
on. But if this is wrong,
totally
that's wrong, like this.
Incompetent, yes.
incompetent, wrong. Has he ever thought about